it is. You know, and you could put either one, you could get whoever you feel like is the best black artist and stand them face to face in a room with him, and he'll eat that alive.
For decades, there has been one name in hip-hop that carried a unique kind of power. Not just musical influence, not just money, but fear. Sean Diddy Combs wasn't simply a rapper or producer. He was an empire. His connections stretched far beyond music into politics, business, media, and culture. Artists didn't just collaborate with Diddy, they aligned themselves with his world. And for many, once you were in that world, there was no easy way out. Yet, in an industry where so many people either feared Diddy or benefited from his influence, there was one artist who kept his distance more than anyone else. One artist who never sought his approval, never chased his cosign, and never hesitated to take shots at him. That artist was Eminem. By the time Eminem entered the rap game in the late 1990s, Diddy was already at the top. Bad Boy Records had reshaped hip-hop, launching careers, dominating charts, and defining an era. For upcoming artists, signing with Bad Boy was considered the ultimate goal. But Eminem wanted no part of that path. Instead, he chose to align himself with Dr. Dre and Aftermath Records, a decision that would change his life and quietly separate him from Diddy's influence forever.
He told her if she goes to take it back, that'll break her hand. But that's okay, baby. Let's lead us for daddy. He'll bring you on 2 more.
What makes this more interesting is that Eminem didn't wait until he was famous to start pushing boundaries. Even in his early underground days, he was already throwing subtle jabs at industry giants. These weren't loud declarations or full-blown diss tracks, but they were enough to show that he wasn't intimidated by power or reputation. From the very beginning, Eminem made it clear that he would not play by the industry's unspoken rules. Part of the reason Eminem wasn't afraid of Diddy may come down to one crucial detail: his history with Suge Knight. At the time, Suge Knight was widely considered the most dangerous figure in hip-hop. He ran Death Row Records through intimidation, violence, and fear. Artists, executives, and journalists were terrified of him. Suge didn't just control careers, he controlled people.
Now, Diddy, that famous Source Award speech where Suge got up there and he said, dancing all in the videos and all that. Did you thought that was you immediately, or it had to hit you later?
I really couldn't believe it because homeboy, me and him were friends.
Wow.
In
Who,
a
Suge
sense.
and you?
Yeah, he would
Wow.
pick me up from the airport.
Wow.
You know,
I've never heard this before.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we got to break some news here. He picked me up from the airport, the whole entire thing, and
That reputation followed him everywhere, including to the set of 50 Cent's In the Club video. When Suge Knight unexpectedly showed up with his crew, chaos broke out. People panicked, security scrambled, everyone ran, everyone except Eminem. According to 50 Cent, Eminem walked straight outside to confront Suge and his entourage without hesitation. That moment left a lasting impression. If Eminem wasn't scared of Suge Knight, then the idea that he would fear Diddy never made much sense. Eminem's career exploded. His lyrics became sharper, darker, and more confrontational. On the Marshall Mathers LP, he crossed lines few artists were willing to approach. Among those lines were references that clearly targeted Diddy and even mentioned Jennifer Lopez, who was dating Diddy at the time. The bars were aggressive, uncomfortable, and intentionally provocative. Diddy never publicly responded, but silence didn't mean those words were ignored. Despite the lyrical tension, there was no open war between Eminem and Diddy in the early 2000s. Both men were focused on building their empires. Eminem was releasing multi-platinum albums under Dr. Dre's guidance, while Diddy was expanding Bad Boy, changing his stage name, and transitioning deeper into business and media. Their paths barely crossed, except at award shows and major industry events.
woo, this is a tight one. And the winner is Eminem, the Eminem Show.
Yes, sir. Yo, man.
One of the most notable moments came in 2003 when Diddy handed Eminem a Grammy for Best Rap Album. The exchange was professional, but visibly awkward. Later that same year, Diddy publicly praised Eminem in a Rolling Stone interview, calling him one of the greatest MCs of his generation. The respect was real, but it was clear that these two men existed in completely different worlds. Another connection between them came through 50 Cent. In the early 2000s, Diddy showed interest in 50, but ultimately passed on signing him, largely due to his street conflicts. Eminem didn't hesitate. He brought 50 Cent into Aftermath, helping turn him into a global superstar. It was a missed opportunity for Diddy and a massive win for Eminem, further widening the distance between them. For years, everything stayed quiet. Then, in 2015, a documentary called Murder Rap reignited old wounds by alleging that Diddy had ordered the murder of Tupac Shakur.
Which of those four is it when you talk to him about murdering Tupac?
Like, man, we'll wipe their ass out quick. You know, it's nothing. Yeah, we want a million.
Relax, dude. Oh, shit, man. You're good. He's fucking lit, man.
Shit, it was right there. This is a perfect opportunity, baby.
The claims were presented by a retired LAPD detective and quickly went viral. 50 Cent openly pushed the narrative, and while Eminem stayed quieter, the topic clearly lingered. That tension resurfaced publicly in 2018 during Eminem's diss track Kill Shot, aimed at Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Chill, right? So that's not why I dissed him. The reason I dissed him is actually a lot more petty than that.
Okay.
The reason that I dissed him is because he got on. First he said, first when he said, I'm the greatest rapper alive since my favorite rapper banned me from Shade 45 or whatever he said, right? Like I'm trying to hinder his career. So I don't give a fuck about your career. You think I actually fucking think about you? You know how many fucking rappers that are better than you? You're not even in the fucking conversation. I don't care if you fucking blow or if you don't blow. It doesn't matter to me. But then when you get on Tech Nine's album and you start sending shots and people start hitting me up, yo, Machine Gun dissed you, he just dissed you, he dissed you.
In one line, Eminem referenced Diddy in connection to Tupac's death, then immediately added that he was just playing. The internet exploded. Fans debated whether Eminem was joking or revealing something deeper. According to Joe Budden, Diddy was extremely unhappy with the line, even if Eminem tried to soften it afterward. Eminem later clarified in interviews that he and Diddy had no real relationship at all. He said he had never called Diddy, never had his number, and never interacted with him beyond industry events. That distance wasn't accidental, it was intentional. In 2020, another incident added fuel to the fire when an unreleased Eminem verse leaked online, directly dissing Diddy's media company, Revolt TV. Within a day, Eminem apologized publicly, explaining that the verse was recorded in the heat of the moment and was never meant to be released. Once again, Eminem showed that he wasn't acting out of fear, but out of control over his narrative.
It makes that person as irrelevant as people say I am in hip hop. Yeah. I make them bigger by getting into this thing where I'm like, I want to destroy him, but I also don't want to make him bigger. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because now you're a fucking enemy. So I'll leave it at that. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do at this point right now because I'm still kind of waiting to see what.
You haven't heard his Rap Devil response?
No, I heard it.
What do you think of it?
It's not bad for him. Mm-hmm. He has some good lines in it.
Did y'all really call Interscope to try to shelve his?
Fuck no. I had never made a fucking call, made a call to Diddy, really? Yeah. I got Diddy's number, just hit him up. Yo, Diddy, what up? Never happened.
Everything changed in late 2023. Diddy faced a wave of serious allegations, including lawsuits accusing him of sexual assault, abuse, and long-term mistreatment. The most shocking came from Cassie, his former longtime partner, who detailed years of violence and coercion. Around the same time, Keefe D was arrested after repeatedly claiming that Diddy was involved in Tupac's murder. Against this backdrop, Eminem released The Death of Slim Shady. On the album, he went harder at Diddy than ever before. He referenced alleged parties, addressed the Cassie video directly, and openly revisited the deaths of Tupac and Biggie. There were no jokes, no disclaimers, and no apologies this time. After decades of keeping his distance, Eminem finally spoke without restraint. And the reason he could do that is the same reason he never feared Diddy in the first place. Eminem never needed protection, never relied on industry power, and never played politics. Whether it was Suge Knight or Diddy, Eminem stood outside the system, untouchable by design.